Whether you're going back to school in the fall as a student or a teacher, I think that this project will work for you, and it is so easy to do. Hello everyone! It's Kieran with Thrifted Living, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can recreate those adorable teacher toolboxes that are all over Pinterest and all over YouTube and all over everything right now, with items from the Dollar Tree. If you aren't familiar with what a teacher toolbox is, I will include some pictures that I have found on Pinterest. Right now, the Dollar Tree is selling these adorable 2-drawer organizers. They come in so many different colors, and they are absolutely perfect for a classroom or a dorm room. I've seen people use these to organize makeup and jewelry and crafting items, but when I saw them, I had an instant teacher inspiration. I have been obsessed with those teacher toolboxes for many months. The first place that I saw them was on Michelle's channel called Pocketful of Primary. I will make sure to link her channel above so you can go check her out. She's an amazing teacher YouTuber. I saw them first on her channel and I wanted to get one so badly. I'm so happy that I held off getting one because I found the perfect products at the Dollar Tree to recreate this project. This DIY organizer doesn't just have to be used in a classroom though. I think that this could also be perfect in a study space, and this would definitely be perfect to be used in a dorm room. How perfect would this be sitting on your desk so that you could have everything that you need while you're studying and completing your papers and your work. Even if you're not a teacher, I think you should give this project a try to organize everything that you need for studying and for school. So let's get started. The first thing that you will need to do is run to the Dollar Tree to find these bins. At my Dollar Tree, I found them in the back to school section. They have them in so many different colors. I was able to find them in 5 different colors. There may be more colors, I'm not sure. Since you can customize this project, you need to pick up as many of those drawers as you need for your particular room or your particular space. In my classroom, I will have enough room for 8 of the drawers, so 4 on the bottom and 4 on the top. Knowing how much space I have in my room and on my desk, I think that it will be an appropriate size for my space, but you need to think about your space and your needs and how many drawers you actually want, how many things you need to organize. It's really up to you. For this project, you are going to need a heavy duty glue. I chose to use E6000. That's just a glue that I'm familiar with. I also used a hot glue gun for part of this project, but I'm not 100% sure that it's necessary. I'm gonna have to try it again and see if maybe I don't actually need to use it. But for this video, I did use a hot glue gun as well. Once you have all of your supplies and you have unwrapped all of those drawers, it is time to start gluing. Before I actually started gluing the drawers, I did wipe them down just a little bit. I found that there were some particles on there, maybe dust or something like that. And then I started gluing. For the first project, I glued together all of the same color drawer, which is really nice because I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. So that drawer will definitely be for me. I started by gluing the drawers vertically. I spread it on the top of the drawer, and then after I did that, I followed up with some hot glue, which I'm not really sure was necessary or not, but I did for this project. And then I just took the other drawer, sat it on top, and pushed it down, and I held it there for a few seconds just to really try to bond everything together. And once I did that, I set it to the side, made sure that it was really lined up, and then I moved on to the next set of drawers. After I glued one on top of the other, I did set them to the side so that they could dry and be a little more sturdy before I attached them all together. Once I let them dry for a little bit, I was able to attach the pairs to one another. I laid the drawer on the side and I put glue on all of the colored plastic parts. I didn't put it on the clear drawers at all because if I did that, then it would get glued shut. Once I put the glue on, I put a pair of drawers on top and I laid it on its side as well, and I made sure that I had everything lined up. I was very meticulous about this because I wanted it to be as straight as it could be. After I was sure that everything was lined up and it had been glued, I did set it down flat on the bottom of it just to make sure that everything was lined up horizontally as well, and I did push on it if anything was out of place. When I set it down flat before it had dried, it did start pulling apart from itself a little bit, so I did push everything back together and set it on its side to dry. That just seemed to work a little better for this project and a little better for these organizers. So I did that and I let it dry. Once you have done that, it is very tempting to fill it all up and start using it right away, but I would recommend letting it sit for at least 24 hours, maybe even longer, so that the glue can really sit. It also depends on how humid or hot it is in your area. After I did that with the blue organizer, I decided to do it with a rainbow organizer and also an organizer that I had spray painted, and they all turned out wonderfully, and I'm so happy with the finished product. I had all of my organizers set up and drying. It was time to work on the labels, and I actually got these labels at the Dollar Tree. They are the Jot brand. They are absolutely wonderful. They are clear adhesive labels. They have little white cardboard inserts that you can use for them to label different things. I decided to take the cardboard out and just use the clear because I felt like it was a prettier aesthetic for these, because the shelves themselves are actually clear, so I thought it just looked a little better. This process couldn't have been any easier. I simply took a Sharpie and wrote in cursive or in print what was going to be in each drawer. At times I did spell things wrong, or I got a little frustrated with the way I was writing something, so I did waste a few of the labels. But after some practice, I was able to make the labels, and then I simply attached them to the drawers. It was seriously that easy. It was like putting a sticker on a paper. It was that easy. That's what I love about those adhesive labels. They are so easy to use, they're very high quality, and they stick really, really well. Even though they are very sticky, they are also very easy to readjust. So if I didn't have something lined up perfectly, I could just peel it off and stick it on again. Once I had completed the blue organizer, I repeated the step for the rainbow organizer, and I think that they turned out so wonderfully. I love how the labels look, and I think that they're going to look so nice in my classroom. So now I would like to give you an up-close look at each of the different organizers. The first one I'm going to start with is the one I'm going to use in my classroom, and it is the blue one because blue is my favorite color. So here is an up-close look. I think that this turned out really nicely. I'm really happy with the quality of the organizers and the drawers. I think that these are perfect for this project. I kind of feel like they were made for me to make this project. That's kind of crazy though, isn't it? But I love this. I love that it is shallow. Normally the teacher toolboxes can hold pens and pencils and things like that. This cannot. This is simply for your smaller objects like staples, paper clips, glue, erasers, pins, pretty much anything small that would just otherwise be rolling around your desk in the drawer, driving you crazy. For this I chose to do cursive. This was a little harder because the Sharpie was thicker. I would, if I could do it again, I would get a thinner Sharpie. I wouldn't get one of the really fine point ones, but I would get a thicker Sharpie that has a finer point, if that makes any sense. It was difficult because one, I haven't used my cursive in a while, and two, it was just a smaller space. But it's definitely not impossible. I really love how the clear looks because you can just see right through to whatever is inside of the drawer. And this has not been drying for a whole day. This has only been drying for like maybe 4 hours, maybe. And it's pretty sturdy already, guys. Like I don't want to hold it by the one side because I'm afraid it's gonna break. I don't want to do that. But it is already pretty sturdy. I would still just give it 24 hours just to make sure that it dries. So this is the first one. I love this one, and this is going to go on my desk. The next one is going to go to one of my colleagues. I really love it though. I kind of want to keep it because I love rainbows, but this one is probably going to go to one of my colleagues. And this is a really pretty like pinkish color. It's like pinkish red, and then lime green, purple, and blue. I chose to do print and all capital letters for this one. I think this one turned out really nicely as well. These drawers are just a really high quality product. These held up to a lot during this project. I dropped these so many times, whether it was in the store or bringing them from one room to another or moving them on my craft table when I was doing this project. They definitely went through a lot during this project. Another thing I like about it is that they are a little bigger than those toolbox organizers. Like the toolbox, some of them have big drawers like this, but some of the drawers are only half as big. And I like that these are all the same size. And I also like that it comes in two drawers at the Dollar Tree. It just makes it a better deal. So it's like $2 for $1 almost. I really love this rainbow one. I might decide to keep it. I could have two. No, that would be crazy because they're exactly the same. But this is probably going to one of my colleagues. I love how this one turned out. Now the last one that I'm going to share with you, I'm not going to call it a fail because I don't think it was a fail. I think it was a learning process. And this one is one that I spray painted. This one came in several different colors, and I decided to spray paint it white. I think that I had the wrong kind of spray paint for this. I don't even remember. I just used some type of spray paint that we already had at the house because I didn't want to spend a ton of money. So I just used some spray paint we had at the house. I don't think it was the right kind of spray paint because it just didn't stick really well on this, and it's already started peeling. I think that I needed to get one that is specific for plastic, and I'm really not sure of what I even had. That I don't think it was good for plastic, but I think the way it looks is nice. So as you can see, I pulled out the drawers and I spray painted the tops and through here and a little bit on the back, but I didn't worry about it too much. You can kind of tell the different colors, like this is a green one, a green one. Another thing that was difficult about spray painting them is how small they were and all the different angles that you had to get into. I took out the plastic drawers and I pulled out the pulls because you could just bend them and pull them right out, and I spray painted each of them, and it turned out okay. I'm not in love with it. I might just keep this and use this in my craft room, but I think that if you had the right type of spray paint, it could work really well because I know that a lot of people spray paint those toolboxes, and I know there's definitely a type of spray paint you can use for it. I'm gonna say it went okay. I think you could definitely do it. It just didn't really turn out well for me. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how I created this fun desk organizer or teacher toolbox from items that I found at the Dollar Tree. If you give this project a try for your desk, please let me know. Leave me a comment below and let me know how it goes, and take a picture of it and share it with me on Instagram so I can see how your desk organizers turned out. If you're a teacher, I hope this project can help you organize your space at school. If you're a student going back to school, I hope this project can help you organize your desk space for studying. And if this video put you in the back to school spirit, I recently shared 2 videos where I went shopping for back to school at Dollar Tree and Walmart, so please make sure you check out those videos. I have linked them above during the video, and I will also link them in the description box below. Please check out my blog at thriftedlivingblog.com. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where you can see my thrifted teacher outfits of the day, and if you don't have an Instagram but would like to stay up to date with what I'm doing, you can follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living page. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!